Less than 2 weeks after a federal judge tossed out its case, the election and new Republican-led Congress could give conservative groups yet another chance to try and take aim at the IRS. Cleta Mitchell is a partner with Foley & Lardner, and an attorney represents Tea Party groups targeted by the IRS. And Cleta, good morning to you.
Good morning,
and welcome
Bill.
back here. You know that piece that was written by John Boehner and Mitch McConnell after the election last week? Yes. I don't know if they mentioned the targeting scandal of the IRS. Did they?
No, but what they were talking about were the 5 major policy issues that the new Republican Congress will take up, and the first one being fundamental tax reform. And my point is that if you really want tax reform in terms of changing things in the tax code, you're only doing half the job if you don't also go after the IRS as an agency and the processes by which it abuses American taxpayers.
I get it. I understand your point you're making, but understand my point. If they did not mention it, does that suggest it's not a priority?
I don't think so at all, because I think you have some new incoming chairmen in the Senate who are known for being willing to take on the IRS, Senator Grassley, Senator Hatch, Senator Ron Johnson from Wisconsin. And we have new leadership in the House committees that have been conducting the investigations. I'm hoping, of course, that Representative Jim Jordan, who's been relentless and was responsible initially for getting the Inspector General report about the targeting, I hope he's the new chairman of Oversight. Paul Ryan will be the new chairman of Ways and Means. I just hope that these committees will redouble their efforts to force the IRS to tell the truth. The IRS has ignored the subpoenas the House has issued. They've done, the Justice Department has not done anything to enforce the contempt citation passed by the House against Lois Lerner. And all I'm saying is,
well,
in the new Congress, let's do it.
As you list all that, I'm just wondering if this cause is dying. I mean, do you get that sense or not?
I think that that's what the IRS and the Obama administration and the Department of Justice have been hoping. Let's just do this rope-a-dope, string it along,
no, I
hope
get
that it just peters
I'm sorry,
out.
Cleta, I get your point, but is it dying on behalf of Republicans? Is that what you're afraid of?
Well, sure, I'm always afraid of that, except that I don't think that that's the case. I think that these Republicans actually do care about getting to the bottom of this, and we have new leadership. The Senate Republicans have not been allowed to pursue the investigation. They got a whitewash from Senate Democrats, the IRS did. So I guess what I'm doing is trying to encourage what I think are the natural tendencies of these new leaders. Okay. And I think we'll know a lot by who gets elected chairman of the House Oversight Committee.
You wrote a piece just a couple days ago on the screen for our viewers. These are some of the things that you're hoping to get done, and that you believe Congress should investigate the following: all targeting based on political contributions, the IRS seizure of assets without due process, disclosure of taxpayer information to the media. I mean, in a broad sense, that's what you're looking for, right?
Yes, there's a lot of abuse that the American taxpayers have endured and are enduring every day with this agency. And let's remember, the Internal Revenue Service, that last word in their name is service. And I think that the IRS has completely forgotten that its role is to serve, not abuse American taxpayers.
And what happens with Lois Lerner? Does that case go anywhere?
I think those are great questions that the Senate Judiciary Committee should ask this nominee for Attorney General during the confirmation hearings. But I think that the House should file a proceeding in federal court in Washington and pursue enforcement of that resolution of contempt against Lois Lerner. I don't think that it's appropriate to rely on the executive branch of government to decide whether Congress can enforce disciplinary action against some executive branch agent or employee who refuses to testify before Congress or who lies to Congress. I think that the House should go after those things independently.
We will look for the clues to see where they go with this well, we can start looking right now and see what happens come January. Thank you, Cleta. Cleta Mitchell in Washington today.